But he, his,
well, that's see one of the other Thompson boys married a sister, the guy that married one of the boys.
Do y'all understand?
It took me years to figure it out.
but anyway, the way we got
very shallow gene pool.
Yeah.
the way that Dad and I got together, my Uncle Dewey used to raise tobacco, and Ray and my cousins used to help Uncle Dewey in the tobacco. They would come to the country and work during the week and then go back home on the weekends. So on Friday night, Uncle Dewey would have a, I don't know what they'd call it. Anyway.
Big cookout today, or
Yeah.
Topping off with tobacco.
yeah.
Finished out, but we finished curing it on.
And we
Friday
used to
night.
go up there.
Topped out the barn.
Huh?
You topped out the barn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we used to go, the girls would go up there on Friday night and talk to the boys.
Topping out party.
But I still don't remember any of this.
What do you mean you don't remember any of what?
I don't remember him.
Oh, okay.
Being there. But after we got married, he told me that I had put salt in his coffee one night up there. And I said,
On purpose?
I didn't, yeah. I said, I didn't do it. I didn't do that. He said, well, that's what they told him that I did. So not too long ago,
Last year,
we had a cookout down at Linda's house. And another one of my cousins was there, and she got to telling things about when we was growing up and how we'd go to the barn on Friday night. And she said, my sister put salt in Ray's coffee one night. And they was blaming me for it.
And it only took, what, 50, 60 years to find out?
Yeah, to find out that. But anyway, I still didn't remember him until I was in 1944. I was down at Dane Irby's house one day and sitting on the front porch, and I looked and saw these two boys coming up the sidewalk in the uniforms, and one of them was my cousin. And I thought, well, who was that with him? It was him. And I thought he was the cutest thing I had ever seen with that uniform on. So the next day, that was on Saturday. So on Sunday morning, I went to Sunday school, and in comes him with my cousin in Sunday school, and he sit with me.
Still in uniform?
Yeah.
you
And
didn't. We have to be in clothes then.
Yeah, okay.
And so in between Sunday school and preaching, all the young people would go up to the drugstore and get a coat and then come back to preaching. So he went with me. So we sat together during church.
You didn't tell them about falling down the steps, did you?
No, I forgot I fell down. No, I broke my shoe heel going down the steps.
Sunday school room was upstairs.
Yeah.
And I stumbled and broke my shoe heel.
Wasn't used to high heels.
But anyway, that Sunday afternoon then, some girlfriends and myself, we went down to the drugstore. And you couldn't buy film at that time. And I looked and there was one roll of film on the shelf. So I bought it. No camera. I didn't have no camera. But I'd heard him say he had a camera. So I bought that roll of film. Come back to his house, which was a neighbor. He lives on right in Budney. I knew his mom.
This was still in Carolina Heights, right?
No,
This was over here now.
Yeah.
So I went up to her. I knew her real well. So I asked her if I could borrow Ray's camera. She said, yeah, so she let me have it.
Her, who you talking about now?
Granny.
Granny, okay.
And so I
That was
took the
living
camera.
in this house.
Yeah.
Davis
Yeah.
was all that.
So I took the camera, and my friends and I, we went and made up all the film. So I come back and brought the camera, and he had already gone back to camp
Which was where?
in Florida.
In Florida.
So she told me he had already gone, so she gave me his address so I could write to him and thank him for the use of his camera. That was the start.
You stole his camera.
That was
Took
in
pictures, he had to leave without it.
that was in August of '44, and so in February of '45, he come back home on leave, and we had been writing to one another all that time.
Since August of '44.
Yeah, and so we dated every night for 2 weeks, and that was in February. So he went back to camp in April. He sent me a diamond, and in June I went to Florida and married him.